YouTube, how is it going? It's Multiplier here to show you how to make a mad computer sound. A computer sound in Serum that's mad and sounds like this. Alright. It's doing things. Lots of fun to be had and also interesting ideas. Ideas start now. Starting off at the simple end, it's a square wave. Easy peasy. More interesting though is LFO1. LFO1 is assigned to pitch, coarse pitch for oscillator A. Click. Do a double click for typable values so I can show you. LFO1, coarse pitch, 24 semitones, I think. Yeah, 24 semitones, 2 octaves. So think about what's happening here. LFO1 is boop, 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 square. It's a square wave. It goes burp, 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 burp. So for the first bit of the sound, it's 2 octaves up, and then it goes back down to neutral. 2 octaves, oh, mouse went weird. 2 octaves, back down to normal. 2 octaves up, back down to normal. And when it's fast, it sounds like a computer. Knowledge time. This is the same concept used to make monophonic synths. In other words, a synth that can only play one note at a time, used to make monophonic synths sound polyphonic, almost like a chord. Because if you play a sequence of individual notes very, very fast, it kind of sounds like a chord. Kind of. Very kind of, because it definitely doesn't. But it's closer to a chord than a single note by itself. So that is kind of like a chord, one note, and then another note 2 octaves up. But you hear it as one mega noise. Mega noise! But we need to do more if we want to make it sound like a proper old school computer. And that is modulate the rate of this LFO1. Click with the note modulation source, the key tracking, key following. Notice it's faster if I go higher on the keyboard. Slow. So slow. Really fast. Medium-ish. More medium. Even more medium. That's probably the least obvious concept, but it's very important. It's integral you might say, to the computer vibe, the computer chip sort of sound, old school. Chiptune, 8-bit. The higher you are up the keyboard, the faster this rate for the LFO. 2 more ideas, one of which is the rise on the LFO. Whoop, 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 doop, done a click. That kind of sounds cool, doesn't it? With the rise, the LFO comes in gradually. Sort of comes in over time. Ba-doing, another cool sound. Rise. What this is doing is almost like on a keyboard. This is what it was doing before the rise. Original, 2 octaves up. So with no rise, it's doing that. Original, 2 octaves up. Really, really fast. Like that. That's tiring. But what the rise is doing is this. Or making this happen. So before the rise. With the rise. And again. And again. Before the rise. That's the sound. With the rise. Anyway, final interesting idea, which makes the computer a mad computer, hence the title of the video, Mad Computery Sound. We will have to use the matrix. But first of all, eyes. So, notice what happens to oscillator A and the quantized bit and the tiny blue dot. I'll do some sort of zoom effect. The tiny blue dot as the blue dot does the blue dot thing and goes around. It's doing things. Oh, what's he doing there? Chaos, pure chaos. That's because it is being modulated by chaos. It sounds chaotic because it's being modulated by chaos. Crikey. So the way to do that is matrix. And then you do chaos 1, which is the first of the 2 chaos oscillators, which you can never remember what they do. What I meant to say was the difference between chaos 1 and chaos 2, you can never remember unless you read the manual or use them all the time. So just sort of play around with them, try one, try the other, see what happens. And then, yeah, chaos 1 as a modulation source, chaos 1, and then drag it, A warp, and then quantize. So just sort of quantizes the square, which I don't know, really know words, really know what that means. But it makes it sound different and sort of like it's sort of going a bit mad. What's it doing, computer? Behave! It's cool, right? Pitching outside my window. And there you have it, people, and there you have it. A mad computery sound in Serum. My name has been Multiplier. I will catch you. Go. Make sure my keyboard's all back to normally. Flippity flippity. Flippity flip. Gun fingers. Useless gun fingers. Flippity flip. Flippity flip. Jazz hands.